Legends, your task, if you choose to accept it, is to come with me thrifting, pickpacking, and finding out more about selling on eBay to make a profit. Dun, 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 dun. And subscribing and clicking the bell for notifications. Tori here.
Your Uncle Flip.
Geelong-Flipper. Hey guys, Tori.
Your mate Tori.
Geelong-Flipper here.
Geelong-Flipper.
Me, Tori.
Tori here.
I'm Tori.
Tori here.
Tori here. The
Geelong-Flipper.
How you doing? Dun, 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 can't hit a high note. Can't hit a freaking high note to save myself. How you doing, guys? Tori here, the Geelong-Flipper, your Uncle Flip, coming to you live and direct from Geelong, Victoria, Australia. And if you're new to the channel, firstly, thank you so much for checking it out. And I hope that you have a bit of fun. We're building a great community here. We do almost a daily show and 4 to 5 live shows. And it is all about us coming together as resellers, customers as well, and just people who have an interest in trying to build a little bit of wealth through, you know, not everyday means. So yeah, I've been doing this for just on a year now, full time. Actually, yeah, it will be a full time, my first full year. And I am just as excited to do it today as I was back then. It is filled with highs and lows, as we all know, but we've got each other's back, and that's the main thing. All right, so I had a number of good sales yesterday. So today I'm going to pick-pack, and what that means is, if you're new, we go to my little offsite, we pick the orders, we talk about what they are and how much they cost me and how much you might be able to make, just to give you an idea of, like, if you're trying to get into this and you're nervous, the sort of stuff that, at least in my experience, has sold. Let me preemptively say this, guys. Just because I show you something that's sold for me may not mean that it's a right fit for you. Always do your research. Okay, so one thing I'm going to get out of the way, and it was sort of shown to me in last night's live stream. We all came together as the Flip family to fix someone's store, and the comment was made that some of the prices were a bit weird, and the person whose store it was, who so generously allowed themselves to be poked and prodded, Heather said, "Oh, that is the price that eBay suggested." Just so as you guys know, when you are listing and you're getting used to things, the price that comes up, that median price, you may end up encountering it. It does not mean that you... Sorry, someone just waved outside. I don't know who they are. The median price does not mean that's the price that you should sell it for. I don't even fully understand. It seems so wildly inaccurate. Ignore it. Look up the sold listings. So what I want you to do, you get your item up, you look at what other people have listed it for, and then you go filter, and then go down to the check boxes, sold and completed, and you'll be able to see the sale rate. You'll also be able to see what other people got paid for the item, and that'll better prepare you to make informed decisions as to pricing your goods. You don't look at the first amount that when you do a search. That's what people hope that they'll get. It's not based on reality. Sometimes it is, but not often. Go to the sold listings, see how often it sells, see how much it has sold for, and you'll be in good hands. But yeah, I've got to pick these orders, and I'm excited for that. I think there's 10 things I need to go pick. Some of them may already be at home though. I think there's 1 or 2 little Lego sets. I tend to keep the Lego at home because a lot of it used to be my personal stuff, which I'm now just flipping because I don't have room to build it, and I've really sort of narrowed down my focus when it comes to the Lego, to the point I'm not buying any at the moment, but when time and space permit, I'll get back into buying the modular buildings. I should be buying them anyhow, just putting them on Afterpay or something like that. Those things skyrocket in value eventually. If you ever want a long-term investment, the Lego modular buildings that come out each year, And even if you build them, they're so super cool because you eventually can make they click together. So you've got these huge 2-3 story like Lego buildings, like huge for Lego, and they all click together, and you can just have your own little city. It's bloody awesome. All of mine, except for the last 2 I bought, and that's when I moved into the unit here. All the others are built. They were built. They've been packed back into their boxes, but they were built, and it was so much fun. So much fun. And I think that's what brings us back to this crazy little life that we live as resellers, doesn't it? It's like, if your life's not fun, what's the freaking point? And I think that is one of the things that really helped shove me over the edge to try to do this. And you know, it's still growing, and I do my best every day, but it is working. It's growing, it's working. My 90-day total, I'll show you it later, but it is over 21,000, and that's this morning. So I'm hoping I get some sales to push me up higher, and hopefully even hit the 22, knowing that I'll take a hit overnight and it'll drop back down. My aim for Ali and myself, if you're new to the channel, Ali is the love of my life. She's also a full-time reseller, and together we share this space, the offsite, and of course we share our love. Yeah, so we both want to try to get to 25 grand each. That's our next goal. Of course, any win is celebrated, as it should be for you too. Celebrate even the smallest of wins. Celebrate that, you know, even if you get one sale for the day and you're not particularly happy with the sale, remember to yourself, someone chose to go to your eBay store and buy something that you thought someone else might like. So they confirmed the fact in that instance that you had good taste. Someone wanted that item that you had up for sale. And I think when I put it in that sort of perspective, it's bloody awesome. You know what else is awesome? The fact that this afternoon, if I don't muck around, I am going to play around with streaming my first video game. And it won't mean anything to anyone, but it means something for me, because I love video games and I love talking about them. I don't know a lot about them. I'm not going to pretend I don't know a lot about them. I used to, but now I know the games I know, and I'm going to play the games I want to play, and I'm going to stream them, and it's just going to be another little pet project. You know, I won't push it too hard on here, but I am letting you know now that if you are interested in additional content by me, it will be a bit more adult, because I'm playing video games. There's every chance I might cuss more. I know I swear on this channel, but I know I don't swear a lot. On that channel, I might swear a lot, particularly if I'm screwing up. But yeah, Uncle Flip's Games. There's a cartoon picture of my face, and if I remember, I'll scoot the channel in. There's currently no subscribers, and that's kind of weird and cool and scary and cool. Don't know what. They were upset because the car hadn't moved within 2 seconds of the lights changing. But we are getting a toasty and a coffee. I'm hungry. I was up listing last night until 2 a.m. Ali couldn't sleep. She had stuff to do. And I just thought, you know what? I can be a good egg and a good love. I'll just stay up with her. So I stayed up. I was a bit tired, but I stayed up with her, and we had a nice quiet night just listing and working. But then I was absolutely buggered when I woke up, and set the alarm for 7:30. That did not happen. Then eventually got out of bed at 10. It's now 10:56, and I wanted to go back to bed, and I just thought, nah, you've got stuff to do and you want to have a fun day. It's like, get out there, cowboy, get out there. Yeehaw. Today's coffee is very kindly supplied by Andrew the Foulmouth Flipper, Ledbetter Clint, Darren Shorts, and Hadzi bought extra shots. Thank you guys, I do appreciate it. If you feel like buying me a coffee, you can do so at the bottom in the chat. There's like a $1 thing there, I think. But I appreciate this one today. Hang on. Food is ordered. Food is ordered. I don't know if you guys noticed, but particularly during the live streams when we are dissecting someone's store to help them, I lose my voice a bit by the end. It must be that I just talk a lot more during those live streams, which is kind of weird because like I'm the only one that's having to talk, but during the you know, store critiques, I always feel like this is the next day a little bit chesty. That's all right. Oh man, some guy, will you see him? I don't think you will. Yeah, you just saw him go past then, just behind the blue bag. He's gone now. He is riding a orange e-bike, bright orange, but it's like a little one. It's cold, I don't blame him. He's wearing like layers and layers. He's got a helmet on that's over a beanie, but the helmet wasn't done up. And he was carrying a box of KFC. To quote the ad, "I don't care, I love it." It just looked odd. Riding through the highways, hang on. Okay. Food has been secured. I repeat, food has been secured. Toasty and coffee. Guys, thank you so very much. I mean, we all joke about it on the live streams, but when you guys buy me a coffee, it feels good. Thank you. It's not just because I like the food or whatever. If it makes any sense, it feels as though I'm freaking getting something right. So I thank you for that. I do appreciate it. I'm excited for these orders. I sold a few more of the computer magazines. I'll be showing you everything, but the only thing that it's funny, you know, because I'm gonna have to do a postal refund. The magazines are like super heavy, but he's paid for postage 3 times. Now, I don't mess people over with the postage, but a little part of me was like, oh, he hasn't asked me to bundle it, and the thing is, guys, there is no point in screwing, or not screwing people over, but taking so I'd make about $40 on the postage, I believe. There's no point. All I'm going to do is get this person who's been good enough to buy off me offside. They may end up being my best customer ever in the history of the universe, but I'd never know because I'd always be the guy that shanked them, and they said shanks very much on the postage. So I'll be working out the postage, and then I'll be smashing it over back to them. Hopefully they get the message. I don't know how much people watch their eBay accounts, but oftentimes, and they don't have to acknowledge, but a lot of the time when I refund postage and I say, hey, you know, here's your postage, it wasn't as much, very rarely do you get a thank you. I'm sure that's not just my experience, I'm sure that's your experience too. But yeah, it is. It's just one of those things where you'll often not get a thank you. And I'm just like, dude, I didn't have to give you back that $40. I did because I'm a good egg and I'm a top-rated seller and I'm your uncle. Maybe they don't have a good experience with their uncle though. I can't account for everyone's uncle experience. I can only account for the uncle experience that, you know, I'm giving you guys. There was a car park at the op shop, so of course we've got to stop. Hang on. Stop the up. Can't stop the up. Okay, so that was Vinnie's. I didn't get anything from there. They had stock back up, but just nothing that I was really wanting. Now I think I need to clarify this, particularly if you're new. I go into these, if you're in America, I realise now the American audience is increasing, and I saw UK the other day as well. So I don't know, I think UK probably just call them op shops as well, I'm not sure. But so I go into thrift shops and I have a look around for stuff, right? I look, right? And if I see stuff that I can sell, I'll buy it. But it's a sort of a bit of a calculated thing. Oh, let's see, is there a park? If there's a park, I can stop. No park. No stop. Wow. Okay. So that's what I do. I buy stuff and I flip it. Flipping it on eBay predominantly, occasionally larger things on Facebook. I don't like selling on Facebook Marketplace. I know some people do. For me, I can't stand it. I can't stand it, and I'll tell you why. You get the messages, is this available? Is this available? Yeah, it is, and they don't answer. On eBay, it's not is this available, it's in my freaking shop, and they buy it. Yes, thank you. A direct purchase. That works for me. But we do find an awful lot that it's not worth it for us selling on Facebook just because your time isn't valued. Well, for the most part, I can't say that. It's not a flatline thing. I don't know what it's like in, other countries, but at least I know around my area. You get all the inquiries and all the bits and pieces. Is this available? Is this available? Hang on, I'm just going to turn the camera off because one of the guys here doesn't like being on film. So here we go. Okay, yeah. So with all the time waste and stuff like that, it really puts me off. And also the time wasting being, I can come along at 6:30 tomorrow night, wind in the willows. Pretty much the only times I've sold on Facebook Marketplace like that is I've literally said, hey. Zoom in on your face when you say that. It'll be hilarious. Yeah, it's just, there's no valuing of time, and this is my business. It's not just something I want to get rid of that I had. It's me selling something that I bought to sell. It's stock. So what I've started doing now is just like, if someone wants local pickup, I tell them, yeah, come out to the offsite. I'll be there between this time and this time. If you're not there then, I won't be there then. A lot of the smaller media though, customers, I don't think customers, I do spell out the whole time equals money to them because I value their time as well. And I say to them, where are you coming from? If they tell me they're coming out from, say, for example, there's a suburb on the other side of Geelong called Corio. Say they're coming from Corio to Grovedale, it's easily, I would say, a 50-minute round trip. 50 minutes, easy. So what's your time per hour worth? I'm sure it's worth more than the $8 I'm asking you to pay for postage. Except for the fact, I do get it. Like, as a gamer, I do know, like, when I was waiting to get Metal Gear Solid and I bought it through eBay, I wanted to play it then. But this was an older game that, you couldn't just go to a game shop and buy. So I had to wait for it to show up. But if I knew there was a video game and it was the weekend, like if someone bought a video game off me today, I would not blame them if they said, is there any way I can get it today for the weekend? Yeah. So it's just stuff to be aware of. When we leave the offsite, we might try the other Oppo, but that place gets picked clean first thing in the morning. It's a good op shop. It's where I got the Optimus helmet that doesn't work. I just said it's a good op shop. It's where I buy broken stuff. It's a cool helmet though. I wish I could fix the helmet. Don't know what they're doing, but they're hovering. Sorry, that was a helicopter if you're not watching. Yeah, can't see it with that camera. But it is hovering in the one spot, which generally means something not so great is going on. It looks like a police helicopter. But I am infatuated with helicopters purely because when I was in the Navy on HMAS Sydney, we were in an area, it was during the Gulf War. I'm opening the door, hang on. And my teeth were hurting and we didn't have dental facilities on the ship. So they literally medevaced me via our helicopters to an American ship, and I fell in love with helicopters. I just think they're the best. I wish I knew how to fly them in more than just video games. Can you hear that? So whatever's happening, there is now cop cars, and that helo is still on the same spot. Coming to you live from Geelong-Flipper News. There is a helicopter and a police car, and I don't know why they're there. More news at 11. Hi. Welcome to the offsite. If you haven't been here before, I'll rattle it off just very quickly. This is my storeroom. Everything I've got is here. We call it the offsite or the baby warehouse. It's a bit of an in-joke for people who've watched the channel for a while and have watched us make this journey from me working out of home to getting a little storeroom to getting a bigger storeroom. And hopefully as the business increases, we might be able to get a larger one again at some point. There's no like really mad rush for that sort of thing. But in any case, this is where I do my packing, my post. I've got all my stuff here. I've got stuff down there for post. We have a lot of fun. We have discussions about things eBay related. And this is where I can show you my figures and other bits and pieces. Just so you've sort of got a bit of a point to start from. And with it being Friday, I'm just having a quick check now. So just as you can see, I'm going to just refresh the hotspot. Elevator music. So I'm just above. But I'm happy with that. So I got to sit there for most of the time. Oh, and I do have 10 items. I don't know why I thought there was 9. It's because someone literally just bought stuff. Now, my practice is I try to get everything out to free up as much time as I can, that I can do my pick packing over the weekend, as you should be doing, that you can just get stuff away on Monday without any real hassle. So here's where I get to show you some of the stuff that's sold, which is always a good bit of fun. And I do need to come in at some stage when I have free time and dedicate a little bit more time into getting this place sorted out, because stuff is starting to pile up along here. Other than the little like 2-second things you see me like dropping in quickly to the thrift, it's been I think it's been a week since I last like did a big op shop run. So I have just been listing my own stuff, which has been a lot of fun. Okay, so there's a lot of neat things here. Just make sure nothing. One in particular is a very interesting one. So forgive me if I just have a quick look through these things at the moment. Okay. The first item is going to be a bit of a muck around to get it. So I'm going to switch the camera. Oh, maybe I don't have to. Hang on. I was going to say I'll switch the camera off because it'll just take too long, but I think it's basically just in reach here. As long as I'm safe. There are all the Shopkins toys I'm getting down now. But none of them have sold. It's just weird. You go, oh yeah, I've got all these things that people want, and then they don't buy them. So let's have a look here. It said it was in plush 3, which this is plush 3. Oh, well, that's actually a good thing, because something else I needed was in there and I thought I'd be struggling to find it. So where did I put? Kitty cat is on display. That's where I was going wrong, guys. Anyhow, so I sold this Mighty Max Swats the Fly. It's got like little toys inside it. I bought it for 50 cents at a Vinnie's ages ago, and I just sold it for $99. Story behind that, 99 bucks. I sold 2 toys yesterday. I sold 2 toys that I got exceedingly cheap. I'm going to sneeze, forgive me. Excuse me. I sold 2 toys yesterday for $99 per toy. Now, it's one of those things where you probably need to keep an eye. Let this be a, not a cautionary tale, but just a lesson for you. Keep an eye on your stock. And if you've got time, and I know it's super hard, but if you've got time, try to keep an eye on the pricing of your stock. And I'll tell you why. One of the things I'm about to show you, well, here's an example. That Max the whatever swats the fly. I initially had that listed at about 40 odd bucks. And I kept seeing people watching it. Ah, well, 50 cents into 40 bucks is awesome. And then one day, I don't know why, it just struck me. I went, they're all watching it, but they're not buying it. And I don't understand why. And I had to look at other, like I'd comped it at the time, but I looked at the comps again. I revisited them. And this is where I think it will help you guys too. When I looked at it again, for some reason, those toys had seen a resurgence of popularity. And mine was actually cheap compared to others that weren't as good and were more incomplete. So I put it up to $99. And the increase in price didn't put people off. It sold. That was a recent price increase, just based on the fact I re-looked at some stuff. That's an important one. I might even try to somehow make that into a bit of a short. But you get the point. Let me try to just quickly do something here. All right, make a short about how people can check their pricing. Hey there, guys. How you doing there? Tori here, your Uncle Flip, with a quick tip from the far around. Make this into a short. Hey there, guys. Your Uncle Flip here, Tori, the Geelong-Flipper, with a quick tip to help you make money. Guys, don't forget, prices on eBay go up and down depending on the popularity of an item, okay? So just because you list something at $40 doesn't mean that at some stage it might become worth more than $40. Conversely, it may become less. Here's an example though. This is a Swats the Fly, okay? I picked this up for 50 cents and I had it on sale for 40, roughly. And I noticed that lots of people were watching, no one was buying it. And eventually it made me look at the sold comps again for this item. It was selling for over $100. And I thought, well, I'll increase the price. Nothing to lose. I put it up to $99 and it sold within 3 days of the price change. So always remember, check your stock, check your pricing, and you may actually find some lovely little surprises waiting in there for you. For more hints and tips, please like, follow, subscribe, and more importantly, have a great day. Bloody hell. Only you guys see that part of it. The other part's just, I do want to help, but no jokes. I don't know how much I'll probably just cut it all out. But as soon as I started talking, the guy 2 doors down shut his door, bang, started up his diesel, ute, then drove past, went past slowly as you're meant to. But I was like, as soon as he did that, I thought, okay, I'll quickly do it. Started it. The guy further down, bang, starts the car, drives past slow. We got the message out. I hope it helps someone. That's all I care about, actually. Helping people, helping people, helping people. Right, guys, so this little cutie is called a For Real Friend. They're animatronic, and I've shown you them before. I tend to just pick them up now when I see them. The sell-through has been pretty decent. I think my pricing's been very fair. But I've taken the batteries out. One, it reduces the weight for post, but also fire hazard within my little warehouse. So, yeah, this little cutie was $3.50 at Savers, and I accepted an offer, and I've sold her for $50 plus shipping. So I'm really, really pleased with that sale. I guess as would any human being, it's a bloody great profit. But I've got a few other For Real Friends. I've still got the puppy up there, and I've got there's a brown bear at the back. He looks incredible. But so yeah, that is a lot of fun. We've still got a few Care Bears to go, some limited edition Builder Bears, Garfield from the 80s, And I recently put Buzz in here, and I realized I'm not showing you anything because I was busy tapping stuff. So Buzz is a new addition. Garfield's got the Careys there, Big Elmo on the back, a 1980s Goku action figure. I put him here to look at. I was keeping him at home, but I like how bright orange he is. But I've put a big amount of money on him because it's Dragon Ball from the 1980s. Get in your time machine and go get. I didn't even know it went back that long. And in the back there's Brown Bear. That's the shark dude from DC. Surprised I picked him up for $2. You see him go for sometimes up to 60. So there's some good wins. Yeah, they are. Listed a lot of Matchbox cars last night. Let's have a look here. Tub 56 is an overhead, but I'm very happy with this particular sale as well. I'm happy with all of them. I just see what else is. Is there anything else that I have to get from up high? No, Tub 56. And that is one of the new tubs that was listed, and it's right up the top, which is fine. That's why we've got a step ladder. Keep it safe. Isn't that right? Bloody hell. Hear that? That is the sound of bins being emptied, that's for sure. So this next one, guys, I might actually be able to just get up there. Oh, g'day. How you doing? I'll just make sure I'm appropriately dressed. I got this fairly recently, and it has flipped around quickly, which has been great. You would have seen when I was on the hunt with Judder from Diary of a Flipper. Oh, actually, no. I didn't show my haul. We were too busy laughing. I'll show you now, though. I picked up this Choose Your Own Adventure Epic Collection, and I think I either got it for $6 or $7. I tried to get it for $5, but Eliza there stuck to her guns, bless her heart. And yeah, this is cool. It's in pretty much new condition. Sorry, it sold for $47.49, which is a weird amount. So that just tells me that I put out a weird percentage amount. So that is gone. Happy with that. Had some quality sales. We're coming up to one, not this next one. This next one is just a sale I'm happy to get because, you know, that's how we make our living. But this is just a manga. I paid $1 for it, sold it for $10 plus shipping. I say this every episode, guys. If you are new to the channel, I charge postage. I think you should too. But everyone has their own opinion, and it doesn't mean that anyone is wrong. I always try to get that out of the way so as I don't accidentally offend people. Okay. Because how you conduct your business is quite just that. It is your business. It's not mine. All I can do is share my experiences and my mistakes and hope that they give you something to work from so as you don't have to worry about them either for yourself. You say, all right, Tori's made that mistake. I don't need to make it now because he showed me. That's the aim anyhow. There it is. So it's volume 1 of Tokyo Ghoul, which apparently is a very, very popular manga and an anime as well, I believe. It sounds excellent. I just don't have time to read this stuff. Books, sure. But it's just like, and the costs associated. I've still got to read One Piece. Andrew gave me a copy of that, the first omnibus. So I do want to get into that. I'm keen to see what it's like. I sold and it was mainly spiked by the fact that I sold a One Piece hat for over $100 that I picked up for $2. And I was just like, what the flippin' heck is this? And I need a coffee. Hang on. That's better. So much better. I can't remember what I was talking about. Hang on. It doesn't matter. Our next sale's a good one. You ready? I'll show you. Because it's... Hopefully it's somewhere I can find it easily. Tub 21. Tub 21. Oh, yeah, I can see it here. All right. So here's another example of what I was just telling you before. So this little cutie here, and you can see the stitching has come off from the ear. Okay, so this is a Lala Loopsy Little Whiskers Lion's Roar. I bought this for $2. Was it $2? It was 50 cents or $2, but let's say $2. I just sold it for $100, but let me tell you the backstory. So these are quite rare, and despite the fact the stitching's a bit bung in the ear, it's in really good condition. Always check these. I've been having a good run with Lala Loopsy stuff. So I listed this for $50. The watches started going through the roof, and I think I had 99 watches. And I went, I comped that. That's how much it was worth. And I don't know what the hell is going on, but at the moment, these are going not through the roof, but I can tell you right now, there were so many people watching this, I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to spike some activity either for good or for bad. And I double checked. That's actually a food van, I think, making that noise. I double checked the comps, and so for some reason, they'd gone up to about $120 for one of these. I kept it at 99, thinking about the ear, which is photographed. I sold $99, 2 into 99. Sold yesterday. It's going, and I think it's going overseas. I'll see where. It's going to America. So Maya, I doubt that you're a viewer, but I hope that you enjoy your purchase. And I just quickly am going to, well, turn the camera. I'm going to quickly show you something. Always photograph. You don't have to say in your photos, check for damage or anything. Always photograph it. So this way now, if she complains and says, well, the ears come off, it's in the photo. So yeah, these are the photos that I took of the listing. Always at the back, I use a ruler. Don't use it immediately. There's no reason to. So yeah, they were the listing photos. $99 plus shipping to the USA, and that was a bloody good sale, and I'm stoked on it. All right. The next one is a Harry Potter set. I paid $29 for it. It's not here. I'll show you what it looks like though. These were called Hogwarts Moments, and basically you got to build a book that opened up. It looks like that. So yeah, I paid $29 for it when it came out, and I just sold it for $84.03. So we know it's some sort of weird offer there. And it is going within Australia. So just in case, I'll say, John, thank you so much for buying off me, mate. I do appreciate it. Okay. Tub 44. This was just a CD, not just, it was a CD purchase. I paid $1, and Zoe is picking this up for $10 plus shipping. So let's grab that one out in tub 44. Is it somewhere I can just see it? That'd be fantastic. Now, I'm going to tell you something, because I love my music, and I know a lot of you guys do too. This is not going to, I'm going to have to get out the actual, the tub, which isn't a bad thing. Let's have a look here. This is a heavy tub because it's got a lot of media in it. even though CDs are small, they end up weighing a bit. BB King. But I'm going to tell you an interesting story once I actually find the CD, because there it is. Okay, I might have to dig a bit out. I'm still amazed these Star Wars big figures haven't moved yet. I mean, every time I see that, I go, you shouldn't list that. I got nowhere to keep him, though. Darth Vader. I hope that one of you guys is actually a Star Wars fan and wants them for themselves. So if you do, hit me up. Okay. I feel sorry for the guys behind me. They have to put up with me talking to myself. I don't know them, but hopefully they've figured out that I'm not just some, well, they probably do think I'm insane, but you know what I mean. Hopefully they've figured out it's for a YouTube channel. I keep getting offers on this microphone, but they're always lowball offers. It's a pod mic. I've got two of them, but the other one is in one of those piles up there, and I got another, it wasn't a lowball offer, but I was offered $110 for the mic, an amount I would have taken actually. But he goes, but I need two of them. Oh, dude, I'm sorry, I don't have two. It would have gone away to Johannesburg if I'd accepted the offer, and they paid for it, of course. But Joburg, no. So here's the story. First, I'll show you the CD. So it's this one here. Always when you're buying CDs, double check and photograph the back of them. I always do that so people know they're not scratched. And I also send it like that. So that would be the last photo they looked at. I don't know why. I always send the playing side up first. That way they can just see it immediately. There's no real logic to it. It's just how I do things. It's not something I'm saying you should do it too. But I just try to introduce familiarity with the photos. But here is the story. So Robert Johnson was a very famous blues guitarist, right? And he is really good. Like, I like the blues. He is really good. And it was often thought back in, he was so good that people swore back then that he had made a deal with the devil to be able to play the blues as well as he did. So you waited all that time to hear that, but that was I'm not saying that's what happened, but that was the belief at the time, that Robert Johnson had actually made a deal with the devil to be as good as he was playing the guitar. Cool bit of history. We are actually doing a really good job getting through these, guys, so that makes me happy. Okay, so this one was just to clear them, but I'm glad because it's helped someone like get some DVDs that they were after. So the television series Once Upon a Time, I had seasons 1 and 2. Comps were looking bad on them. They weren't worth my while to do as single discs. And so I thought, well, at least I would be able to get $14 for them maybe. And yeah, I listed them. They went straight away for $14, seasons 1 and 2, with $10 shipping, because they will fit in a small satchel, so that part's fine. They are in tub 32, which is another one of my hated tubs because I've got a lot of loose stuff at the top. So whenever I lift it down, it's got all my Scooby-Doo figures, which I actually sent out a really good offer on them this morning. I was hoping that someone would pick up the offer because you'll see in a second. There's 8 of them. And whenever I want to get something, they get in the way and I always have to lift them all back out. And then I've got all these wrestling figures too. I'm almost starting to wonder if I should just get all my wrestling figures and bundle them. Or actually, I don't know if he'll see this one, but Dane, if you want to do a bulk purchase, as long as the price is fair, I'll offload the whole lot onto you because you sell wrestling stuff and I obviously don't have a clue. All right, so there is one of the discs directly there, which works quite nicely. Where is the other one? Because I get stuff out of here all the time, it's all too easy to accidentally not keep them together. Not that it matters. I mean, I know what the title is. All right. None of those, none of those, none of those, none of those. Vampire Diaries, jeepers creepers. I'm being lazy. Just lifting them up on the side. I was hoping to not have to delve in and get everything out. Oh, total trivia. If you haven't seen that, it's really good. Sneaky Pete. Actually, I might watch that. That's on Prime. From memory, I've got Prime. I actually, and I would suggest that you guys do this too. I've become like quite aware of some of the stuff I spend money on. Let's not talk about the $17 toasties, all right? But I'm going to have to empty this bloody tub out. I finally got around to like cancelling some of my streaming services. So what the heck am I doing? Like, for example, there's good stuff on Stan, but I haven't watched it for, I would say, at least 5 or 6 months. And I know there's stuff on there that eventually I'll cough up and restart the subscription so as I can watch this stuff. But there's just so much new stuff all the time. And there's cheaper services. So, yeah, yesterday I pinged that off. I think I've got 2 weeks left. I want to watch that Nicolas Cage surfer movie. I like Nicolas Cage. That's on Stan. Okay, so there is the Once Upon a Time second season. Ah, there it is. Ta-da, thank goodness. All right. So yeah, those two for $14. I paid $1 for each season. So $2 into 14. And that's what I had to start thinking, like, you know, stop thinking about the individual items as such, because you think of them as a complete entity, and $2 into 14 is fine. You know, it's not life-changing, but it's certainly fine and nothing to be complained about. But otherwise, you'd never end up selling them because you'd be too busy tripping about how little you were going to make. Bundling is good when you've got room and when you have the foresight to do it. I've got heaps of stuff that should be bundled, and one day, you know what, I might even, when I do a store overhaul, if I see TV series that I just go, I know I've listed that a heap of times, I will go through and pull them all out and make their bundles. It's so weird. Some things as bundles are worth big money, and as individual items are worth nothing. So that is just something to factor into your day. I've got to clean up this vacuum and sell it as well, because I got a Dyson for $5. Works fine, but that will probably be a Facebook Marketplace, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to deal with all the, are you here? Is it available? Where are you? Where are you? You're too far away. I thought it was sort of weird. The other day I got a message about the bike that you guys know I want to get rid of. And the guy goes, where are you located? And I said, well, the bike's in Grovedale. And he goes, too far. Thank you. And I thought, too far. It's 3 kilometres away from where my actual listing says it is, because it says it's in Highton. It's only 3 kilometres. It's like 7 minutes different driving time. So I don't really know. Maybe people don't read that stuff. Okay. So these ones may take a little bit longer. I've got 3 bundles of computer magazines, the Byte magazines, the vintage ones that I was given. So by Bron, which I really do appreciate. So the 3 bundles come to $102. I paid nothing. I've just been storing them. And $68 in postage has been paid. I believe, let me go into the actual order. I believe this is it's going to Queensland. Isaiah, thank you so very much for buying from me. Mate, I really doubt they're going to be 60 odd bucks. So I'll be doing a postage refund. You may not even view this, but I'm still going to say it out loud. This is what I was talking about earlier, guys, where the opportunity does arise where you could make extra money out of the postage. Like Isaiah has just paid the postage, and it may very well be that, but it wasn't based on calculated shipping as such. Kind of was, kind of wasn't. I did measure them, I did weigh them, but it won't be that much. I just know it because I'll be able to bang them into a large Aussie post box. And of course, I'll probably do that inside out, and then I'll weigh it as my own packaging. But I do not believe it'll be $60 in post. If it is, then he gets nothing. But if it isn't, then he will be getting back a nice little lump of the money, which is what we want for our customers. Want them happy, want them coming back. I want to get rid of these magazines, I'll tell you that. Okay, so magazine bundle, 1986. Let's get that out of the way. So 83, these are going to be the larger bundles, I think. July 1986, so yeah, they are. They're heavy. So yeah, these are a magazine called Byte. And I've sold quite a few of them now. I've probably made about $500 or $600 out of the magazines. But yeah, they just take up room, which is a little bit painful. 1991, no. '97. Got to find some from '83 as well. Jan to June. No, he's bought. Okay, I thought he was buying years. A lot of people, when they get these off me, they'll get all 12. But no, that is not the case. '91. Okay, so what years? That was just a bundle. Let's double check it. I just wrote this one as a piece, as a bundle. So it may be that it's throughout the whole year and I wasn't able to make year amounts up. No, that is 6. So let's have a look at this bundle, guys. I did photograph every magazine that was in the bundle. September, August, July. Okay, so it's a bundle of... Oh no, it is the full amount of time. That one's fine. So it's always a muck around this. Let me kill the camera. Okay, I'm an idiot and created a problem for myself. The things that he has selected, basically I got the date wrong on the listing. The magazines are correct, but the dates are wrong. So I'm gonna have to contact him because I'm meant to be sending them today. Okay, so a bit of time has passed. I've been fiddling around trying to find stuff for Isaiah. I'm saying as though he knows me, he doesn't. I've got the date wrong on this. I wrote 1991 on the title. It's really 1981. He may not be interested in that date. So I've left a message on his voicemail saying, hey, I'm Uncle Flippity Doodah. I didn't. But yeah, I left him a message just saying, hey, I've made a mistake. Do you actually want the magazines that are pictured? Otherwise, let me know and I'll cancel out and give you a cheeky refund. Might even be cheeky, it'll just be a refund. Okay, so the other one was the 1983, January to June 1983. So yeah, I don't know if he rings while I'm recording. I'm going to have to take that phone call, guys, because he's a customer. Volume is now on. I should be able to hear it if he rings, because I want him to have a good experience. Okay, so this was January to June 83. That's, well, the latter half. So that won't be right. Geez, they're heavy. But yeah, I can't wait for them all to clear. 85, that's no good to me. 89. Don't know why people are laughing. I didn't give them permission. $89. This is not riveting. I do apologise. 5, 89, 89. Like I said, I cannot wait for the rest of these to actually clear and be gone. I should go out and just go, what's so funny? Laughing without a care in the world. 1983. It's a storage facility. It's a place of business and hardship. $87. God, she's still laughing. Maybe she's locked up. She's actually crying for help. I've been in this storage container for 3 years. See, I have a very dry sense of humour, and it's the sort of humour that not everyone finds funny. Like, you know, I could always stick my head out there and go, oh, for F's sake, can you just shut up? And everyone would go quiet. and no one would laugh. Okay, so this is the last. Like I said, they're heavy. Like, they are kilos per bundle. But they're not going to be sent today unless I get a miracle text message. Because they are not correct. Which is a bugger, because I like getting it right. And I know I don't all the time. In any case, we've got one more thing to pick. Then we'll get this stuff into some packaging. Tub 25. Okay, so this was me. This is, look, I'm grateful for the sale because it gets rid of some low-hanging fruit. I should just quickly check that in case he's more of a texter. Not like a texter, but you know what I mean. A texter. Tub 25. Yeah, so this is an old game. I've had it forever. It has just gone through increasingly larger markdowns until it's literally hit $5. At this point in time, I would say, other than clearing it out of the shop, I have probably lost money on this sale. So, I'll be able to tell you. Firstly, Jay, thanks for helping me clear it out. It's called MX versus ATV Reflex. The series, this is back when I used to just buy every damn... Oh, that game though is a good one. Hitman. I used to buy every video game I saw because I was like, yep, everyone wants video games. They all sell. They don't. This is the actual game. Okay. So, let's have a look at the numbers here for you. I'm lucky. I am actually just lucky. Yes, I made minimal money. I made like $1.50. I think I can't do maths fast enough. $5.85 it sold for. I paid $1. $5.85. Postage was $7. So no, I may have actually lost. $12.85 total, less $2.01 transaction fee for eBay. Leaves me with $10.84. $9.84. The only way I could make this work for me is don't send it not tracked, which I'll never do. Or where do they live? Somewhere I've never heard of in Queensland. Wish I lived there. I'm going to lose money on that one. That's okay. At the end of the day, it is also, sadly, it's not profitable, and it's, don't ever treat your business like this, but I'll write it off as a business expense, because it is. But yeah, when you consider sourcing it, buying it, listing it, photography, talking about it now to you, packing it, getting a label made. I've got to buy more labels too. I think I'm almost out. So I need to find out what labels are in that one, Joey. But yeah, so that one, glad to get rid of older stock, but disappointing. Disappointing just because, yeah, it's going to be a solid nothing sale. But it is a sale. So what we'll do for now, we'll wait to hear back from Isaiah. That may be a weekend problem. I don't think it has to go out until Tuesday. I would just rather it gone. Okay, first things first. We will start packing this stuff, guys. I'll show you the bench so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so Bootsy will go in a large box. And I'm not going to muck around too much with this one. Like sometimes, if you know, like she's fairly light, but sometimes it's just easier to get the thing done, get it over and done with, get it packed up. I am curious sometimes, like that. I don't know, it was the same company. Maybe they're coming in here too. But I swear they sometimes just come around because it's all different people. It's not just one person. So they're probably thinking, who the hell is that speaking? I would. Okay. So come here. You will fit in here. Yeah, very easily. And the nice thing about it is that I can also get bubble wrap around her, which will be good. Ali has been using my packing station, and I believe that naughty lady, my princess, my queen, yep, she's taken my knife. Oh well. First world problems. All right, kitty cat, get ready to go to your new home. Because I'm putting in a box, I'm not too worried about this side of things. At home, I might pack it out a little bit more. I've got a shredder at home, and all I do is get the old supermarket bags because I always forget to take them. And I'll just put shredding around the sides, and I just use the brown supermarket bags, shred it up. That way at least it is getting reused, and there's a very, very high chance that the customer will put it in their recycle bin. Don't forget, if you're going to use shredded paper, don't put your personal stuff in there. Who knows who may love jigsaw puzzles. You see that in like spy movies. People go, oh, we're going to shred all this, and there's always some muppet who loves bloody puzzles. That's crazy light. I've just got to, let's have a look here. I don't think this will work, but it is a small, nah, is that the medium? Yeah, not a hope. Ah, here's another tip. Are you ready? All right, guys, your uncle here. I've got a quick tip from the thrift. If you're getting used to sending stuff on eBay and you're not sure how to do it, it's easy to figure stuff out. Buy yourself some templates. Go to Australia Post and buy one of each box and one of each satchel. Keep them. Don't use them. That way you know, okay, this box will hold this amount, this satchel will hold that amount. And that can be a template until you are confident in shipping your things. Just a thought, that's what I did when I got started, and now I can pretty much guess how much postage is going to be, and I'm reasonably accurate. But when I got started, I did buy these boxes to have them at home as templates for my future packing needs. I hope that tip helped, and if it did, make sure you click on that subscribe button because I'd like some love. Thank you. Okay, so doesn't fit in the medium. I'm not going to put it in a padded bag because there is like robotics. But what I might do, guys, is I think I am going to, I do think I'm going to turn the box inside out and do it based on weight. It's so light. I don't even know if it, I don't think it would be 500 grams. I could be wrong, but I don't believe it will be. So I'll leave that one, but at least we know it's packed. But I'm not going to write anything on it or do anything weird with it because I may change it up. I may turn it inside out to save a little bit of money. Okay, give me a second here. I do want to find my Stanley knife because it makes it so much easier to do that wrapping. Ali, where is it? That's annoying. I can't find it. Do I have one in the car? Hang on, I won't turn the camera off. You guys can just walk with me. Hopefully there'll be something that I can use in here. Just slicing through all that stuff without the right tools for the job is annoying. When I worked for the clothing company, I had a lot of those blades. Terrible, I know, but you'd use them all day long packing stuff, and then time to go home, you just shove it in your pocket and leave. Normally I'd try to remember, and no, nothing there. Normally I'd try to remember, but more often than not I just ended up with a huge collection of blades. So they have come in handy for this part of the voyage, but no, of course the one time I do want them. No, okay. They could be anywhere. She, being Ali, has processed a lot of clothing and has used my packing table, but my blade is not. I normally keep the blade in with the sorry guys, I'm looking at the same time as trying to talk. I normally keep the blade in with the sticky tape and all that sort of stuff, and it's not there. So she's used it, which is fine because I use her stuff too. But wherever it is, it hasn't been put back. And who knows, it might have been me. Certainly wouldn't be the first or last time that I've just chucked something down and not really paid attention to where I put it. Like sometimes they just fall over behind the packing table and I don't notice them. Not the case today. Geez, I could really have done with it though. I think I'm just going to have to bring a lot of them out. I've still got about 20 or so at home, so I can bring them out. It's not through shortage or anything like that. Who cares? Okay, Lala Loopsy is going overseas to America. So what we're going to do, and it was $100. So I'm just going to, it's one of those things, like, of course I care. But you know, sometimes when you're packing stuff and you know you're doing it more for show than for necessity, that's what this is. That's what all this bubble wrap is. It's for show, not for necessity. But at the same time, it is a $100 toy and it does have to travel a long way. So I think if it was me, particularly if it is a viewer, I'd like to go back and see it being packed properly. So, mission accomplished in that regard. Chuck it into a small. I know a lot of people would say, well, you don't need to do both. You did both, but it's $100 and it doesn't add much to the weight. And then they get a nice surprise because they'll probably just expect to see it just jammed in there, which it has been, but it's been jammed in with care. All right. I love sending stuff overseas. It is actually easier to do once you have the My Business post set up. The only thing I don't like about it is that you it costs so much in postage. Now, having said that, and this is the dumb thing, I charge shipping. Like this, Maya has paid for the shipping of this, but at the moment it's sitting in eBay as my money. So I have to keep telling myself, no, postage is in there. You're okay. You don't. That's taken care of. But in the background, I'm like, that's my money. It's not. All right. Let's have a look at this little guy here. Swats the fly. He's going overseas as well. So like I said, guys, it doesn't hurt, really, especially on if someone's paid good money, you know, because I've actually absolutely made out like a demon on these sales. In fact, just for fun, we can even do the breakdown. Not taking into account I'm on band 5 business post. So I sold it for 99. There was shipping of 35 because I use business policies. There is a sales tax involved there, so it's $142.88. Okay, so the $142.88 less the $8.88. It was a promoted listing, so I got stung heavily on the fees. They robbed me $18.25 for the transaction and an additional $18.23 for my promoted listing fee. I don't care. I paid 50 cents. So and then I know it won't be 35 bucks to ship this because of my business discount, but let's pretend it was. So that'll be 67, 62. I made 62 bucks. 62 bucks. And that's taking the fees and shipping and everything out at 50 cents into $62. Yeah, we'll wrap a bit of bubble wrap around it. It's the least we can do. And I think I've sort of been a bit silly and robbed myself just a little bit time-wise, because if I want to play this game in the afternoon, I've still got to get home, do the labels, get the items sent out, come back. I think I'll need to get up to where I want to be, I think I'm going to have to either find something expensive, worth about $150, or I've already done photography for multiple Matchbox cars. They're fairly quick to list, so I may need to do them. And then I'll be allowed to have a crack around on the video games. It may not even happen. It may not happen. We'll see. It's more because I want to try streaming. Okay. So the bubble wrap's getting a hammering today. Oh, actually, it may not need to. Let's have a look. No, that should be able to go into a bidness box. So that will alleviate some of the bubble wrap and make this a little bit faster for me too. Now, do me a favour if you're still watching. Let me know what you've sold recently. How you've gone with it. Was it something high end? Was it something just small that was good to get rid of? Was it just a sale that let you start putting money toward the groceries or a bill? Something that was coming up. This is why I love reselling. For me, yeah, it's my income, but for some of you, it's a hobby, a fun hobby. And I love that too, because that's how it was for me initially, until I decided one day I just liked this more than traditional employment. So that's actually way better. That'll sell quite nicely, and if depending on where they live, get in there. Depending on where they live, I might actually, with the discount, go okay on shipping, and if not, I'm highly unlikely to lose. Maybe just the cost of the box. We'll see. Okay. I do feel like I'm going insane. It's like the tape gun was there as well, but now it's over here. It's funny, you know, because around home I'm the one that leaves stuff around, but I know that she was flat out too the other day, so interesting. I might even do the labels when I get home, because usually by the time I get to the post office, the postie's already been and gone. So I don't really, like, the stuff doesn't get tracked until Monday. It's registered that it's at the post office, but so I might be able to just drop these off tomorrow. Yeah, and that'll free up a little bit of time. The only thing I'll need to check is, I don't know if there's any parcels coming today, so the post office does let me know. So that will be worth looking into. Okay. Tokyo Ghoul. These mailers, it's surprising, you know, they do hold a fair bit. I had someone the other day, like, and I think I've done it myself. You can fit like a large format trade paperback book into them. They will hold that much. So that's always a good thing to know, that they do hold generous amounts of stuff. So that does come in handy. Corey, thanks Corey. I hope you enjoy your book, mate. I think there's a whole heap in this series though, so if you like it, you're going to be stuck having to buy a lot more, and I don't have them for you, I don't think. Okay. Now these will most likely... What do I do? I can put them into a small satchel. This is all the stuff that goes through my head, like, how can I still pack them well but save money? If I put into a small satchel, I don't know where Bly Park is. Yeah, look, I'm going to bubble wrap and small satchel them. Within Victoria, sometimes when I'm sending stuff, a $10 postage can go all the way down to, goodness me, $6, $6.76 I think it is, if they're in the right area. So you kind of cross your fingers, because I have no issue with, like, making money on my business post because of the discount. It's when it's above and beyond that I do the refunds. But if you pay $10 and I manage to get the post for $6, I'm not refunding that, because that's a cost that the buyer doesn't have a clue what my business is. So I don't see that as something that I need to necessarily worry about. Okay. Oh. It's nearly 1 o'clock. Like I said, chatting and working slows down the process so much, but I also enjoy it so much. So that's where the catch-22 lies. Robert can go into the mailer, but I will turn it over. Actually, I know what I said earlier, but I'm allowed to retract my own statements. And all I'm going to do to stop it from moving around too much is I just chuck just a little square of that in. It still shuts, but it just gives it that fraction more protection. And then the mailer itself has got padding. And I haven't heard back from Isaiah regarding his magazine, so they are just going to stay here for now. And I'll deal with those later. The small Lego set doesn't have to go today, but I don't know. I don't know if I bring it back here. I'll double check that. No, that doesn't have to go until Monday. I might actually bring that back here to make sure I've got the right packing for it. J. Okay. All right, guys, easy as that. We have completed pack and track. We've had a good chat, and I'm going to hop in the car, head on home, get this stuff done, and have some lunch, get some lunch for Ali, and we'll keep on cracking. I'm not going to say goodbye yet. I'm just going to say see you for now. Okay. So we're on a dash now. We're on a mission. Dun 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 dun. Sea valleys. Oh, that was a brief interruption, wasn't it? Okay. Breathe. Bend your knees. So I've done pack and track. We're on the mission now. Post office. Then we've got to jump the battery on Ali's car. It's a reseller's life for us. Reseller's life for us. Maintaining vehicles. And I yacked the fool. In any case, we are going to the post office, guys. It's been a really nice day. I didn't get to play the video games, but I did get my work done, which I think is a little bit more important. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll stay up till 3 a.m. tonight. Listing. Or maybe I'll just go, you know what? I'm going to play a video game for half an hour. I just want to test this stupid streaming thing. That sounded petulant. I guess that's life though, petulance. And pestilence. Did you like that? That was like wordplay. There is a parcel waiting. But Ali and I share that post box. I always go, hey, Kinder Surprise for the man-child. Don't send me Kinder Surprise, by the way. I mean, thank you if you did, but I don't know why I don't like the chocolate that much in them. Disjointed, discombobulated, disoriented, but moving ever forward. It has been a good day. Considering we woke up so absolutely tired from being little listing lovebirds until 2 a.m. We're not a bad effort. I ended up listing $530 worth of cars. So hopefully the guys who have been buying Matchbox off me and Hot Wheels will have saved me as a seller. I might even chuck out a cheeky newsletter to just those customers, just saying, hey guys, and try to get some attention there. Tomorrow we may be trying to actually get a few garage sales or yard sales, as our beautiful Americans who watch call them. Guys, Americans, listen and look right now. We just call them garage sales. Typically they're in someone's garage or just out the front of it, and I know you guys call them yard sales. We don't have a lot of them in Geelong, but if anyone's going to find them, it will be Ali. We're going to be trying to get to an estate sale, so get ready for me to be cracking jokes the whole way through that particular part of the video. No, I've only been to one estate sale ever in my life that I'm aware of, and it was actually quite sad because the family were selling the stuff. And it didn't help that at the time, and I'm not lying, that I bought for $20 about 50 Playboy magazines that were really old. But they were the ones selling, like, you know, whoever it was, their prawn. So, you know, if it's good enough for them to sell corn, it's good enough for me to buy it off them. God, I made a lot of money selling those back in the hairy old days of eBay. But don't worry, I'll try to film tomorrow because I haven't provided that sort of content before. but I'm just going to have to be very you guys know I'm respectful. I'll be respectful and discreet. So that's all I really can do. Just but it will be different content. If we do find garage sales, we might have a quick duck around. It's going to be a bit of an earlier start in the morning. I think it starts at 8, so we're going to try to get there a bit earlier, not to be those people, but just to make sure that we're one of the first people walking through the door, and it gives us time to maybe pick out some decent stuff without looking like parasitic hawks. Have you ever seen a parasitic hawk? I bet you haven't. I know I haven't, but we're not about to be the first documented versions of them. In any case, guys, I'm going to go into the PO, and if there's anything for me and not Ali, I'll come out and show you the parcel, and I'll open it up on tonight's live, and you'll be seeing everything in reverse and in the wrong order. Okay, but otherwise, I'll see you guys on the next. I'll see you guys on the next video.